our musical. Back here behind the curtain are 44 eighth graders who are ready to go. Our musical is The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. They respond very well to applause. Like if we get done singing, what are you going to do? When the scene is over, what are you going to do? Alrighty, I am going to get down there in the pit, and then the lights are going to go down, so don't be afraid. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy The Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Excuse me, sir, but I was just
Huh? Excuse you for what?
for disturbing your sleep, I guess. You see,
Sleep? I wasn't sleeping. I was just thinking.
well, then part of my option of your thinking. You see,
Well, you most certainly done that. I don't even remember what I was thinking about.
yes, I'm sure. Well, good day to you. Well, I was just wondering, if you can tell me the name of this town.
You don't think I know the name of my own town anymore? I know exactly where I am and where I live. In fact, I'm in the same place as I was yesterday, the day before that, and the day before that.
Yes, I'm sure. Well, good day to you.
Mary! 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 What's the matter with you? I had to call you 3 times. Now do me a favor and give me my walking stick. Are you going for a walk? No, I need my walking stick so I can knock some good old-fashioned sense into this young man here. Hurry before he suspects anything.
I have a better idea. Why don't you go inside? I've got your breakfast all ready and sitting on the table. You go inside. I'll be in just a moment.
What did you make? Never mind. I'll go in and see for myself. But you be careful with this young man here. He's rude and ignorant.
You'll have to excuse my father. He's a little hard to get along with in the mornings.
No, please, you'll have to pardon my interruption. I just walked into town here and I'm looking for some work and a place to stay.
Well, there's plenty of work to be done around here, but not much money, I'm afraid.
See those geese up there? Martha, see how they fly? You never see a goose fly south by himself. And you never see a goose flying with only one wing.
No, sir, I haven't.
What I'm trying to say, Martha, is you need to stop hanging around us old folks and start hanging around some of the young men and sound like Ron Bones.
Father, he has no manners at all to speak of.
What does manners have to do with being a husband?
Father,
Who's that talking to Mary Elizabeth?
I don't know. I've never seen him before.
Maybe he's not married.
This conversation is over, Father.
Sleepy Hollow? I can't say that I've ever heard of Sleepy Hollow before.
I can't say that that surprises me much. We're just a quiet little town filled with quiet little people doing quiet little things.
That's it! That is the absolute last straw! I simply cannot take it any longer! What's the matter, Mr. Gilray? I don't care if your father is paying me. I don't care if the Van are giving me a place to stay. You tell your father that I will not return to that den of thieves again. But you can't give up on them already. You've only given them a week. Can't you just stay until the holidays are over? Ha! If you think for one moment that I'm going to stay until Halloween comes, you have another thing coming. Frankly, I'd rather be tarred, feathered, and gagged in the town square. Good day to you, Miss Van Tassel. Wait, can't we at least talk this over?
Is something wrong, Katrina?
What do you think? We've just lost another school teacher.
Really? Katrina Van Tassel. I would like to introduce you to Mr. Ichabod Crane. He's just arrived in town here, and he doesn't know anything about us or our children, and he's looking for a job.
Can you read?
Yes,
Can
but...
you write?
Yes,
Do you
but...
know your arithmetic facts?
Yes,
Well, then
but...
I have a job for you.
Good luck, Mr. Crane. I'm sure that you'll be a natural school teacher.
Mr. Van Stone, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Ichabod Crane. He's going to be our new school teacher.
What happened to Bessie? Already? I mean, doesn't really matter what happened to her, does it? It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Crane, and of course you have to come and stay with us in Bessie's place. Is there a Mrs. Crane that we come and stay as well?
No, I'm afraid that I'm not married.
Nothing to be afraid of, but something to be proud of either. Just keep your eyes open. No. Now make sure you bring a healthy appetite to dinner tonight, because Martha here is the best cook in the entire world.
Father.
No, Martha, there's nothing to be shy about.
Well, things are going to work out perfectly. Welcome to Sleepy Hollow, Mr. Crane. And if there's anything else, just let me know. Good night, you all.
Do you know anything about geese, Mr. Crane?
I beg your pardon?
old saying that farms don't lie. They simply do not have time to make them up. Now, did I tell you my Martha could cook?
I can honestly say that I've never had anything like that in all of my life.
Hear that, Martha? I think you would admire her.
Oh, Mr. Crane, you must excuse my father.
Call him Ichabod, dear. And what's the matter with having an admirer?
For your information, Father, none of the boys at school interest me in the least. All they want to do is play in the dirt and catch things that crawl. Yuck!
You just wait, Missy. Someday there will be some boy who will stop trying to catch bugs and start trying to catch your attention.
Oh, don't worry, Father. Someone's already caught her attention.
What's that supposed to mean? You know I hate it when your girls keep secrets. Martha, what's your sister talking about?
I don't know.
Jessica already admires someone.
Quiet, Martha.
Jessica, what is your sister talking about? Jessica Van Houten. No, I'm not going to ask you again. Now, who is your sister talking about?
You know the girls all sigh when he walks by. Some people look away. 'Cause with a casual glance, he can bring romance to a lady's day. Don't try to classify him. He's in a category of his own. The girls all love him. The mamas wanna take him home. Everybody knows Tom Bones. When he's around, all the bullies in town know we better leave him alone. They try to talk so tough that he can shut 'em all up and send 'em running home. Don't try to classify him. He's in a category of his own. Good boys like him, bad boys leave him alone. Everybody knows Tom Bones. Everybody loves Tom Bones. Everybody knows Tom
What? Oh, don't be ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. In fact, he's coming here to see me tonight.
He is not.
He is too.
Enough, you two. I'm sure that Mr. Crane is not interested in any of your nonsense. Why don't you two go in the kitchen and get dessert? Now, if you please. Well, now you know what my life is like with these two. What about you, Mr. Crane? If you don't mind me saying so, there's only two reasons for a man to travel. Either he's running away from something, or he's trying to find something.
Well, I've kind of got this itch is the only way that I can describe it. It's one that you can't scratch, but one that doesn't go away. So, the next thing I knew, I packed my bags and I started walking. Some men dream of settling down, spending their whole lives in one sleepy little town. But my dreams are different. Just when I think I'm home, I hear this voice inside telling me to roam beyond the blue horizon. There are places that I have never seen. And when it's time to go, you'll find me on that road. For I have followed my dream. For I must follow my dream.
Well, you've walked into a real nice piece of land here, and our kids are in need of a good old school teacher.
Which reminds me, why did the old teacher quit so suddenly?
Old Bessie Wheelwright's got the patience of a rooster at dawn, so twice as noisy. However, I won't pay her any mind.
And who was this Brom Bones, if I might be so rude?
Ron Bones is strong, good-looking, single, and twice Jessica's age. Some say he's the shiniest coin in the piggy bank, if you know what I mean. And it's well known that he's going to be marrying Katrina Van Tassel, which happens to be the daughter of Maynard Van Tassel, the richest man in town.
Introducing Martha and Jessica's famous pumpkin pie, made fresh this morning.
Oh, I don't think I can have another piece.
I should probably tell you, Mr. Crane, that Martha may not be a very good cook, but she does make terrific pumpkin pie.
How good is it?
It'll be the best thing you eat in this house.
On second thought, I think I will have a piece.
Now, who could that be?
I told you, Father, it's Brom Bones.
Sit down, young lady. It's probably Anna Hutchinson asking to borrow some flour. Braun, what are you doing here at this hour?
Sent word for me to come meet the new school teacher.
I did what? Well, coming out of this cold.
I hope you don't mind. I brought Andy here along with me to welcome the new school teacher too. Ain't that right, Andy? Yep. Even Martha, even Jessica. You see, old Andy and I were just in the neighborhood, so we got working over here. We thought that'd be really good idea. Yep. Hey, is that your something? You don't mind if you sit down and have some. All day, I've been hearing people looking like chickens in a coop about this new man in town here. So when I got word to come over here, I thought that'd be a real good idea. Ain't that what I said, maybe? Yep. Yeah, I got to protect my investment.
Your investment?
You see, Katrina Van Tassel is going to be my wife. She's going to get any other girl in town, just not like Katrina. Got it?
Does she know this?
Don't push me, teacher man. I can't really be neighbor. Yeah, you may be smart, you may be from Pennsylvania, but that does not give you the right to mess with another man's business.
First off, I'm from Connecticut. Second off, I have no interest in messing with another man's business. So if you'll excuse me, I think I'll be heading to bed now. Good night.
For heaven's sake, Brom, you haven't even been here 5 minutes and you insult our guest.
I didn't insult him, did I? Of course not. We were just talking.
And you didn't even let him have a piece of pie. You big, overgrown ox. I think you should leave now, Brom, before I really lose my temper.
Well, thanks for the invitation, Mr. Manning. Mr. Manning. And thanks for the pie, Martha. It sure was good.
Out!
Well, it's getting pretty late. I think I'll just head on up to bed.
Don't you move. How did you know that Braun was coming over tonight? Just as I thought. You go wait for me in your room and I'll be up in a second.
A goose should never marry an ox, should it?
Good morning. I said good morning. Now, if we can all just take our seats, that would be splendid. Well, my name is Mr. Crane, and yes, now if we can just tell me where Miss Wheelwright left off, then we can get started.
The last thing she said was you were all horrible, rotten little beasts, and I'm never coming back here again. Goodbye.
I don't think she likes us very much. I don't think any of the board like us very much.
Well, let's try not to concentrate on that right now. So, if you guys can just tell me the last thing you remember working on, then we can get started.
We haven't really worked on anything for weeks.
Wait a minute, I remember. Last week we were talking about ghosts and evil spirits on the town.
Oh yeah, that's right. Miss Wheelwright said she didn't believe in any kind of evil spirits. How about you, Mr. Crane?
Well, I've been on several journeys, and one thing that I can say is that I have never met a ghost, goblin, witch, or evil spirit.
You seriously don't believe in any kind of ghost?
I wouldn't say that she's not around here if I were you, Mr. Crane.
Don't pay any attention to them, Mr. Crane. They're just trying to scare you off.
Why, just because you stay at your house doesn't mean you have such a big deal all the time.
My dad told me that local farmers fixed the union up and we went to see state first.
Your daddy just uses that as an excuse because he can't get a good crop to grow on his land. He does too.
Okay, that's enough. If we can all just pull out we are here to learn, and stories like that are just stories, nothing more.
What about the headless horseman? I can't tell Steve's girl where that is every night by the old lady. Mine too. And my mother says she can hear him laughing out at midnight.
And my brother told me the headless horseman chased only a black one in the back. Just because of that trail, only a black one in the back was wrong.
Hey, I heard that only a black one would beat you at a time too, Mr. Crane.
Yes, and it was a good lesson to me too. I should be careful about disturbing people when they sleep, especially ones with walking sticks.
I'm sorry to bother you, Mr. Crane, but may I speak to you for a moment?
Of course, Miss Van Tassel.
Mr. Crane, remember what Brom Bones told you last night?
I'll remember it. Now go on back to your seat.
How's your first day going?
We haven't done much work yet this morning, but I have heard a great deal about some of the mysterious figures that live around here.
I'm sure they've told you quite an earful. Sometimes the children are just as bad as the elders in this town who just love to tell wild tales.
Well, it sure was nice of you to come and check on me on my first day.
I'm also here because I heard that Brom came over to see you last night.
Your travel's fast around here.
If you hope to keep secrets, you've come to the wrong town, Mr. Crane. The only thing that travels faster than wind around here is a good piece of gossip. Anyway, I just came to apologize for his rude behavior.
Thank you, but I assure you it isn't necessary. I guess he just wants to make sure that he doesn't lose you.
You'll find that I'm not someone to be easily won or lost.
That's good to hear.
Well, is there anything I can do for you?
No, but I better get on back to class before the ruins begin. Well, it was nice to see you.
Not at all. By the way, do you know anything about music? It's expected that the school teacher is also the chorus director. Rehearsals are on Thursday nights, so I guess I'll see you back here at 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Good day,
but-
Mr. Crane.
Now that we've had a short break, let's get started. Do you guys know any math facts?
Yes.
Be quiet, Jessica.
Thank you, Miss Van Houten. All right, let's start with 2. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3 is 4.
tell you the truth, I don't know very much.
You mean to tell us you have a single man living in your room and you don't know anything about him?
That's just about right. I mean, I know he comes from Connecticut.
Well, what's he doing here? I bet he's in some kind of trouble. He's gonna always run away from something.
I don't think so. What I mean to say is he seems like a decent man.
Like your future husband, Braun?
Well, at least we know he's single.
So he says. I bet he's got a family with 4 kids somewhere.
Now, why would you say a thing like that?
My point is, how do we know?
That's right. All we have is his word, and how do we know that's worth anything?
My cousin in Terrytown said that a man came through the town selling a special medicine to cure all aches and pains. It turned out to be watered down molasses.
Just wait till you meet him. You'll see what I mean.
He'll be here any minute.
And we don't need to get any trouble.
We know nothing about this man.
You know that he's a kind and gentle man?
You don't think that. You don't actually know, do you?
How can you be so suspicious?
You can at least give him the benefit of the doubt.
Ichabod will be here soon. You should get going.
Since when do you call him Ichabod?
I'll talk to you about this later. Now you and Andy better get going.
I mean, I'm really starting to dislike this Ichabod thing. How about you, Andy? Yep. All right, we'll leave. You tell that old boy to stay out of my way.
I don't see half as much as my father sees in him. The two of them went hunting last weekend and decided on everything except the name of our first child.
Hey, I have an idea. For what? I have an idea to light a fire in all those fires. Have you ever think about them all in place?
No?
I see. Why don't we send him a special personal invitation? All in one. Yeah.
I don't know if that's such a good idea. You know, Rob, he might just go crazy and attack for me.
Not at the party in front of Mr. Van Tassel and everyone in town.
Then it's settled. I'll send him a note inviting him to the party. Good heavens, Mr. Crane, what's the matter?
You'll have to excuse my entrance. You see, I was running a little late, so I decided to cut through the woods. About halfway through the woods, I started to hear a horse galloping. I tried to see where it was coming from, but it was too hard to tell. So, the sound just seemed to get louder and louder, so I began to run.
Was it two horses?
I really can't say for sure. There were times it seemed like it was coming from all sides of me.
I bet it was Rob and Andy.
Yeah, and it'd be just like them to go right into the woods.
Thank you all for understanding. I guess the stories of the children just sparked my imagination to run away with me. Well, are we ready to rehearse?
Are you sure you feel up to it? You could just pick up with the rehearsal next week if you wish.
Nonsense. I'm really just looking forward to hearing you all sing. Alright, let's just start with something simple. Turn to page 3 in your books. Are we ready? Let's begin. Okay, gosh, stop. Let me just ask a few questions. How often do you guys practice?
Once a week, sometimes.
I see. Well, when's the next time you guys are planning to sing with people in front of an audience?
This weekend at the Halloween party.
What Halloween party?
The one I was going to invite you to, Mr. Crane.
You were going to invite me to a party?
Of course, you are part of this town now, and besides, my father has been dying to meet you.
I'll be honored and delighted to attend, and I promise not to be late.
Well then, I guess it's all settled.
Yes, well, why don't we get back to rehearsal? We have a lot of work to do before the party. So, from the beginning.
Thank you, Brom.
Everyone seems to be dressed in their Sunday best.
Yes, it's quite a sight, isn't it? Katrina's looking nice, isn't she?
Of course.
This would be the kind of a party for a marriage proposal, don't you think?
Have you been hunting?
Oh, hunting? Not since last week. Not much to boast about, but then again, I seem to have better luck when I'm hunting. Maybe we can go again next week?
You just name it and I'll be there. It sounds like a fun game of man versus nature.
Especially when the man is carrying a rifle.
I don't know where he is. He said he wasn't going to be late tonight.
He does seem a little absent-minded. I'm sure he'll be here soon.
Good. The sooner we get here, the sooner he gets here, the sooner we can wipe that silly smile off Brom's face. Do you think he knows that Ichabod's coming?
Are you kidding? Why do you think he's smiling?
So what do you think those two over there are talking about?
They're probably talking about the next defenseless animal the two of them are going to shoot together.
And they're probably referring to it as some kind of game, like man versus nature or something like that.
So how's your father doing, Elizabeth?
Oh, he's fine. He sleeps quite a bit, as you can see.
Would you like to tell a story of the Devil's Western video?
Oh, he must. It wouldn't be Hollow without it. So many shows to think about. Believe me, he would have missed this opportunity to tell his best story. In fact, if there are such things as ghosts, I'm sure that Father will find a way to come back just to tell a story.
Think about it, so nice of you to come.
Yes, we were beginning to worry about you.
Sorry, I just lost sense of my directions, if you know what I mean.
Come inside and let me introduce you around. Father, this is Mr. Ichabod Crane, the new school teacher.
Ah, Mr. Crane, it's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Thank you. It's nice of you to have invited me tonight.
Please, I wouldn't have it any other way. So how's the teaching going?
It's going pretty well. Or should I say, better and better each day.
Fine, fine. Well, please don't let me keep you from enjoying the party. Ladies, why don't you take Mr. Crane to meet our party guests and have some cider?
Katrina, what's the teacher doing here? You didn't tell me that you're going to be invited.
What did you expect me to do? Invite the whole town except him? Besides, my father's been wanting to meet him for some time.
Oh, well, if he makes any wrong move, I'll have a few words with him outside.
Don't be ridiculous. She'll do nothing of the sort.
I sure will. Hold on. Oh, that's right. He stayed home tonight.
Bronk has done nothing to you, and I want to make sure that nothing happens to him. Do you understand?
I'm sure you, it's not me I'm worried about. I'm just trying to protect you.
I'll take care of myself, thank you very much.
I'm sure you will. You always do.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Mr. Blackwell has agreed to bless us once more with the story of the Headless Horseman. He would like to dedicate this story to the newest member of our community, Mr. Ichabod Crane.
I'm honored.
Nobody said you're such a non-believer.
Yes, whenever you're ready, Mr. Blackwell.
It was 1777, the American Revolution. There's a soldier riding with a saber in his hand. Well, he met his fate at midnight with the single shot of a cannon, and the ghost of the Headless Horseman rise throughout the land. Jonathan Brower was leaving a party all alone. He decided to pass the old graveyard despite everybody's warning, and the man named Jonathan Brower never made it home.
Black kid flowing his saber in the air, the horseman suddenly appeared. With a thundering blast and a terrible laugh for all that Jonathan could hear. He ran in terror till the blood and rage and stood there frozen in fear. With a horrible howl and a streak of lightning,
The horseman disappeared.
beware, beware, beware. There's danger, danger in the air. Beware, beware, beware.
father being so happy.
I'm so glad you came tonight, Mr. Crane. Have a good night, and maybe I'll stop by school to see you tomorrow.
Beware, my friends.
I couldn't say that too loud around here if I were you.
What about the little horseman?
You see, he didn't believe in the ghosts of the Headless Horseman at the time.
I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in the Headless Horseman. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in the Headless Horseman.
Ichabod Crane didn't show up at the house or the school the next day. In fact, he was never seen again. So I think it's safe to say that old Ichabod Crane believed in ghosts and the Headless Horseman after all. How about you? Do you believe? Good night.